Before we go anywhere, let's take a breath together. Inhaling through your nose and slowly exhaling. Good. Now, I want to ask you something. When did you last sit in complete silence? No phone, no news, no social media, no podcast playing in the background, no one else's opinion filling up your head. Just you. Just quiet. Just your own thoughts. If you can't remember, this episode is for you. Because one of the biggest reasons people struggle to make progress in their inner work has nothing to do with what you're doing. And it has everything to do with what you're taking in. And right now, most people are taking in way too much. Let me start by saying something that might be uncomfortable to hear. The noise isn't random. The overwhelm isn't accidental. The division, the outrage, the constant stream of things to be afraid of and angry about is designed. Think about what the news actually does. Every single day, multiple times a day, it tells you the world is dangerous, people are terrible, everything is falling apart. You need to be afraid, angry, and to pick a side. And your nervous system, which cannot tell the difference between a real threat and a threat on the screen, absorbs it all. Stays alert, stays ready, stays in a consistent low-level state of threat that never fully resolves because there's always another news cycle, always another reason to be outraged, always another reason, always another thing to divide us. And social media does the same thing, unless you're specifically looking for stuff like this. Unless you're doing educational things, like YouTube is great for learning things. Heck, I even changed my radiator on my Jeep by following a YouTube video. Anyways, but it is really designed to keep you scrolling. It is designed to keep you reaching. It is designed to keep you consuming because your attention is the product. Your outrage is the currency. And the more divided and afraid and overwhelmed you are, the more you consume. The more you consume, the more money they make. And I'm not saying this to make you paranoid. I am saying this so you can see it clearly. Because once you see the mechanism, once you understand what's actually happening, you can choose differently. So let's talk about what all of this actually does to your body, because this isn't just about feeling stressed or overwhelmed. This is about your nervous system being on constant state of activation that it was never designed to sustain. Every time you read a headline that triggers fear, your nervous system responds. Every time you see a post that triggers outrage, your nervous system responds. Every time you consume content designed to make you feel unsafe, unworthy, or on the wrong side, your nervous system responds. And it compounds hour by hour, scroll by scroll, news cycle by news cycle, until your nervous system is so dysregulated that you don't even know what calm feels like anymore. Until the anxiety feels normal, until a low-level dread that feels just the way things are. And then you sit down to meditate or do breath work or connect with yourself, and then you wonder why you can't get quiet. You wonder why your mind won't stop spinning, why the inner work feels so hard. It's because you've been filling yourself up with all the noise all day, and then expect a silence just to arrive. Your nervous system is still processing everything it took in, still responding to threats that aren't even real, and still trying to figure out what to do with it all. You can't hear your inner voice when you are drowning in outside noise. It's not possible. The signal gets buried, and the more noise you take in, the harder it becomes to find your way back to yourself. I want to address something directly because right now, more than ever, politics and the news are consuming people, and I see what it's doing. Even the other day, I caught my dad watching a TV show, and now he's rewatching it, and it's, oh, I can see it, and it makes me want to cringe, and I'm like, okay, you're so being brainwashed into this stuff. Like, it's even like, it's not even in the news and the social media, it's in TV shows too. So anyways, people are disowning family members, losing friendships of decades, refusing to talk to people they love because of who they voted for. And I understand why. People feel strongly, people care, that's real. But I want you to consider something. The division itself is a tool. Not who's right or who's wrong. Not which side has better politics. The division. The fact that we are so busy fighting each other that we can't see the bigger picture. That we can't see what the people at the top are of these systems. The fact that we are so busy fighting each other that we can't see the bigger picture. That we can't see that the people at the top of these systems benefit us from being divided, from us not talking to each other, from us not seeing each other as human beings anymore. When you are consumed by political outrage, when your nervous system is consistently activated by the latest headline, the latest controversy, the latest reason to be afraid or angry, you are not doing the inner work. You are not trusting your own knowing. You are not connected to yourself. You are exactly where the system wants you. Reactive, divided, and distracted, and completely disconnected from your own inner voice. And you can still vote. You can still care about the world. You can still have opinions and values and things to stand for. You can do all of that without letting it consume your nervous system, without letting it run your life, without letting it become the lens through which you see every person you meet. Participate in the world, but don't let the world's noise drown what's inside of you. I stopped watching the news years ago. Honestly, I never liked it anyways. I could always see what it was trying to do to people. The fear, the division, the constant low-level threat. The reason why they never put anything good, and then they do, but it's very minimal. Just so it's there. Like, it's nothing of great stuff that they put on the headlines. But it never felt like information to me. It felt like more like manipulation. So instead of watching the news, I watched Charmed. I know, but I loved it. Actually, I cannot count. I don't have enough fingers and toes to tell you how many times I've rewatched it, since it does, although it used to play on TNT every morning till at least 2, and now it's only like 2 days. But I loved it. The witchy, the herbal, the mystical energy of it. Anything with witches and magic and vampires and any of that was more to the world than what we are being shown. That was my escape. And honestly, looking back, I think it was also my knowing, my soul gravitating towards something that felt more true than anything in the news was telling me. Because if you look back at it, if I had to actually look at a religion between Hindu, Buddhist, and paganism, I mean, they followed paganism. They if you look at the history and what it truly believes in, they followed it. I think they called it Wicca a few times, but it's like the newer version name. But I mean, I still participate. I vote. I just pay attention to the bigger picture. I don't see it for what it is. It's a game, and that's all I see it for. And I play it without letting it consume me, without letting it dysregulate my nervous system, without letting it pull me away from what I'm actually here to do. And the difference in how I feel, the difference in my nervous system, my clarity, my ability to trust is significant. When you stop filling yourself up with noise, you create space. And in that space, your own voice gets louder, your own knowing becomes clearer, and your own connection to something greater becomes more accessible. Here's the spiritual piece of this, and I want you to really hear it. When you are constantly looking outside yourself for information, the news, other people's opinions, the social media, you are essentially saying, I don't trust what's inside me. I need someone else to tell me what's true. I need someone else to tell me what to think. I need someone else to tell me what I was afraid of. And every time you do that, every time you reach for the phone before you reach for yourself, you're reinforcing that belief that the answers are outside of you, that you need the world to tell you who you are and what to think. But everything you do is already inside you. God is inside you. Your knowing is inside you. Your truth is inside you. And it speaks quietly, in the pauses and in the stillness, in the moments between the noise. But if there are no pauses, if there are no stillness, if every moment is filled with outside noise, you will never hear it. You will keep looking outside, and you will keep feeling lost, even though everything you need has been inside you the whole time. So what do I actually want you to do with this? Something very simple. I want you to start noticing how you feel. That's it. Just notice how you feel after watching the news, how you feel after 30 minutes of scrolling social media. Notice how you feel after a conversation with someone who pulls into the political debate. And then notice how you feel when you don't do those things. When you wake up and sit in silence for 5 minutes before picking up your phone. When you go for a walk without earbuds in. When you have a meal without the screen in front of you. When you give yourself 20 minutes of just being before filling yourself up with the outside world. Notice the difference in your body, in your nervous system, in your ability to think clearly, in your ability to access your own knowing. Because your body will tell you the truth faster than the news outlet will ever. Your nervous system knows what serves it and what dysregulates it. You have to be quiet enough to listen. And slowly, as you create more space, as you take in less noise, as you protect your inner environment, with the same care you protect your physical environment, your inner voice will get louder, your trust in yourself will deepen, your connection to what actually is true for you will become clearer and stronger than anything the outside world could ever tell you. So here's what I want you to take from this. You cannot do the deep inner work while simultaneously drowning in outside noise. It's not possible. The news is not going to tell you who you are. Social media is not going to tell you what's true. Other people's political opinions are not going to tell you what to believe. Only you know that. Only your inner knowing knows that. Only the quiet voice inside of you. The one that gets drowned out by every notification, every headline, every outrage cycle. Only that voice, the truth of who you are and what you're here to do. So protect your inner space, limit the noise, create the silence, and listen to what's already inside you, because that voice, that knowing, that connection to something greater within you, it has never lied to you. The noise has. And I'll see you in the next one.